Real talk, how exactly did Ego go about choosing the different players to represent these teams within the NEL? So obviously there were 11 players for the club team, even though there weren't 11 players there to begin with. I don't even know why they said that. And 9 players for Blue Lock. You had to find out who was going to be starting, and then they had to mix and match with Blue Lock players as well as the team that you're on. That in itself is beside the point. I'm just curious to know how Ego chose the characters, because if we're going off of strictly Germany, aside from Ness being the outlier, the only players that really made an impact in this game that were on the club teams were the star changes and the new Gen 11 players. Aside from that, nobody else made an impact. Like, none. Don Lorenzo, new Gen 11. Charles, new Gen 11 as well. Chris Prince, just Chris Prince, I think. Lavino, again, just Lavino. Loki being a new gen, but also a captain. That goes hand in hand. For instance, who the hell is this guy? This dude only showed up in this instance right here before any of the game started and never showed up again. Dude was so irrelevant. I don't even know why he was here. And then Grim, the main NPC of Blue Lock. We respect Grim, but this dude had no relevance whatsoever. Like, how does Ego go about choosing these two just for them to not be anything? I can assume based off of that, Weird Dude, Grim, Ness, Kaiser, and Noel, that there's at least maybe 5 or 6 players on each club that were invited to Blue Lock. So it never was an 11-player type thing, and each Blue Lock player had to fight for their spot to overtake that specific spot within the 11 that were already there. The same could be said about all these other clubs. Like, how? If you're an elite player, it shouldn't be that easy for Blue Lock players to take your spot. I mean, again, I understand it's Blue Lock and character, I get it. But at the same time, they are clubs. They're not pushovers. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but what does that tell you?